In this video sponsored by Envato Elements, I'm going to be showing you the key elements, the points that you need to know in order to level up your portfolio, make it better, gain more clients, and have more influence in the design industry. So a bit of backstory, we have actually gone ahead and made our new portfolio. I've been saying for years that we've been working on it. Well, in fact, we've got Jimmy over here. Here's a picture of him. Aww. And over the past couple of months, we have been doing up our portfolio. We moved from just me being freelancer to an agency because we get so much work coming in and I needed more help. So our new website has got our new branding on it, and you can see here it's a tad different to what I was a few years ago. Now, since having this website, we've actually seen an increase in people contact us for work, and we know the reasons why because we sort of backwards engineered the website to do this. Okay, so tip number one is to show your work. This sounds super obvious. Many portfolios that you see show a bit of work but have a lot of writing. This isn't something that clients want to see. They want to see your best work, the favorite work, the work that makes you unique and stand out. The work that we do for clients and the clients that we want to work with, again, are stand up. They're up front on the website. They're one of the first things that you will click on, and this is being made so purposefully. We want clients like these ones that we have worked with prior. Now, the work that we don't like to do, but we have taken in the past, do not feature on the portfolio, however good it is, because we want to work with clients that we want to work with. Whatever you show on your portfolio is what you will get from clients. Now, the general rule for our portfolio page on our website when they go to a project is that we'll have a project summary. So this will summarize for the client, if they want to read it, the idea of the project and maybe some of the struggles. Then it's all down to the imagery. So this is all down to the mock-ups, the actual design elements themselves, what we did, and maybe a part of the process. We don't explain absolutely everything in writing. Clients are scanning the page. They're not really interested in looking very closely at your work right now. They might be later, and we will move to that soon. Now, the second tip that a lot of you guys may misunderstand about portfolios, or maybe you just haven't spent enough time on it, is treating it like a client project. Your portfolio is all about the presentation. Whilst designing this portfolio, I wanted to make it very clear to me and the team that it had to have imagery, mock-ups, real products on there to show the client that the work that we do actually becomes something afterwards, and it gives that sense of, I don't know, it kind of bridges that gap between just a design and a product afterwards. It adds value to what we do. Now, the way that we present this on the portfolio is interesting. We actually just shove it in there with all of the other client projects that we've got. We sort of organize the way the website works so they understand the context of who I am, but the forefront of everything is the client projects that we do. For instance, if you look at the scroller box redesign that we did, where we were hired to rebrand scroller box, change their logo type, and create that font, we're trying to explain the process behind it, and we do this through showing images of me during the process. Obviously, I did not take these images during the process. My mind is just too filled with actually doing the work itself, but we go back and we actually take the pictures of my sketches on the iPad or on paper. The next thing we do is we don't just show the logo on a black and white background. This is the worst thing you could do ever. I've talked about this a lot of the time. You need to have context all the way through. So the way that we do this is on the portfolio page, if the design has become a real product, or you can actually physically hold the product, then buy that product or get it sent to you and take some photographs. Put the photographs that look nice on the portfolio. This helps with the client understanding and bridging that gap. Now, if you don't have a real client and there's no real products, get mock-ups. I'll talk a bit about this later on. The imagery that you use will determine how long someone will stay on the portfolio. That's why you need to use attention-grabbing imagery. It's not enough just to have a list of logos going down. You may be very talented in logo design, and designers like myself may look at those logos and say, wow, isn't that amazing? But a client will not. They want to see everything that comes around from that logo. So the product, the stationery, the t-shirts, everything. They want to see it. They want to make sure that they're getting the right designer, the person who can create a logo that can fit on all these products. Got to think like a client in these times. The third thing is to be unique, to inject your own character into your portfolio. The way that I do this is mainly through our strange coloring system and art style. I've got a very unique lettering style, and I like to have that inside of my brand identity through the logo. We've got two logos. We've got the logo type and we've got the W. Both of these logos are derived from calligraphy. That's how I started this whole thing. I used to love calligraphy, then I moved into hand lettering and then into logo type design. So these logos that you're seeing in the background here and the one that's monoline, just a logo type, are all made because of my history. This is my character, my uniqueness. I also show an image of myself. Now, although we are a design agency, if you are moving into one, or even if you're a freelancer, show them a bit about you. So I have on literally the homepage, a little section about myself, me drawing. It gives a bit of information to any companies that may want to know me. The next point is to show who you've worked for. Now, obviously, I don't want to show the work of like the people that I've worked for, like Instagram. I like Skillshare, even though that's not a client project, that was more of like teaching. But I want to show and big myself up. This is the time to toot your own horn. Sounds really cringe to like toot your own horn, and it's even when we were designing this website and doing the copy for it, I was a bit hesitant when Naomi and Jim wanted to put things on there that bigged me up too much. But an easy way of doing this is to literally have a section where you have the logos slide on, or you just have the logos of companies that you've worked with. The higher the influence the company has, the more clout you get, and this makes you more credible to clients. So if you've worked with companies, and only if you've worked, because there's so many people who say they've worked with them and they just put the logo on, but they haven't.
That's not stupidity, that's fraud.
If you've worked with them, put the logo in there, especially if you haven't got a portfolio piece for them. Now, the next thing you can do is a case study. Now, find your favorite project, the one that you loved working on, something that you could talk about for hours, and do a case study. What this is, it's basically an article about the problems and the solutions that arose during the time of creating this. This is for the client who wants to read about that specific project. Maybe they've got one that seems identical to them that they want you to work on. I used to do this in the form of a video on YouTube back in the day, where I would take a client process and show it. This was more of like a case study. You can do this on your website, and not only is it great for the client to gain more information inside your process explaining what you do, but it's also great for SEO, search engine optimization. It gets your rankings into Google higher, so when they're searching for a logo designer, you'll appear higher in the Google search ranking. Another tiny tip that is really important that I don't see enough of is to explain exactly what services you offer. Now, there's a caveat to this. Depending on whether you're a freelancer or an agency, you can offer a limited amount of services. For example, when I was a freelancer, I used to offer, a logo design, brand identity, and consultation. That's all I could offer, because that's all the time in the world that I could spend on my client project. But now that we've moved into an agency, we've been able to diversify this a little bit. We offer all those same things, but we also offer like more consultation, web design, brand strategy, now that we have the tools in place to do so. The main point is, if you can do something really well, focus on that. Obviously, I could create a website for a client in Squarespace, but it's not my niche. And I know a lot of people don't like the term niching, but it's super important into targeting the type of client that you want. Our whole portfolio is targeted to those who are either branding a new company or rebranding an existing company and wanting a successful rebrand. This includes both the visuals and also the strategy behind that. And we make it very clear throughout the website that this is what we do. Imagery is one of the biggest parts of this. It's most important as well. As designers, we're very imagery based. I'm assuming a lot of you guys watching this will not have real products at hand that you've designed. If you have, great, take photographs of them really nicely. If you do not, then it's really important to use mock-ups to, again, bridge that gap. Mock-ups, mock-ups, mock-ups. Think about that. It's just all you need to think about. Every great design portfolio has a load of mock-ups or real imageries. Now, the sponsor of this video, Envato Elements, has over 55 million assets for you to download an unlimited amount of. They've got fonts, mock-ups, WordPress templates, Shopify templates, images, audio, video, logo reveals, everything you can think of. They have on Envato Elements made by professionals. They're incredible. They offer a nice, simple license as well, so you don't have to freak out, especially when your subscription ends. You still retain the rights to use what you've downloaded during your subscription. Now, if you go ahead and click the link down below, you'll get 50% off the annual subscription, which essentially gives you access to 55 million assets for less than $20 a month. If you think about it, that's a pretty good deal. You also get a free trial account for 7 days if you want to go and check them out. Click the link down below. There's nothing to lose. Just click the link, get the free trial account, see what they offer, play around with it, and you will have amazing markups for your own portfolio. The last element that is one of the most important, the one that you need to know, is a clear call to action. I just slipped my arm there. Tried to be really serious about that one. A call to action is basically calling them to do something, calling them out, saying, please do this, please contact me, please subscribe, please like this video, something like that. On your portfolio, it is the same. If you look at our portfolio, willpaterson.design, you'll see the first page. When you go on there and you see the branding connoisseurs bit, just to the right, you'll see a let's talk button. There's one call to action. That's us letting the client know we want to talk to you. There's no barricades there. There's no blockades. They can email us directly from the website with their details. At the bottom of every page as well, we have a button for them to press or a link that will take them to that contact page. As my audience are going to be naturally scrolling, if one of them wants to contact me, I want to make it very clear to them and easy with no barriers for them to do so. You'll be surprised this works. You need a contact form that's linked to your email. It makes it so much easier for the clients and gives them a great experience on the website. They don't have to copy and paste an email to send to you. They can do it right within your platform. The goal of this is to stop any blockades from preventing the client from emailing you. We don't want to give them a reason. And the very, very last tip that I will give you that is hugely important for any designers out there that, have already had clients and got great reviews is to post your reviews on the website. We call this client feedback, and we get clients such as James Janney, who you guys may know is this huge YouTuber that's grown massively. He's this stand-up dude. We worked together for a long time on his brand identity. We just asked them for a sentence, a paragraph of what they thought of us. We don't tell them, be nice. We just ask them what they thought. And if it's really good, and we want it to be, we'll post it on the website so everyone can see. The more clout that they've got, the more clout we get. That's the way portfolios work. This gives other clients the knowledge, especially if they know the client or someone who's worked with us. This gives them the certainty and the trust towards working with us. So that is generally the video. I hope you enjoyed it. You learned something from it. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. If you've got any questions, leave them down below as well. I'll try my best to answer as many as possible. And if you're new around here, I'm Will Paterson. I'm a graphic designer. We make these videos to increase your design potential, to make you better at what you do, to make you more successful in design in general. So subscribe if you want to see more of these. We've got plenty of videos. Look at the sidebar. I don't know where it is. It might be here, it might be there. There'll be another video for you to go and watch. Trust me, you'll like it. And if you don't like it, you can always unsubscribe later. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Goodbye.